Ashmita, there is a huge similarity between two of us. And it's not
Really?
that, yes, it's not the Mumbai or Delhi part. It's the
Okay.
favorite actor that we share. We both love Fahad Fasil.
Yes.
Yes. As I said, I'm right now close to 4,000 subscribers, but you have over 70,000 right now. So I'm damn sure all those 4,000 must know you already. But in case there is at least even just one of them who is seeing you for the first time here, how will you introduce yourself to them?
I would just, you want my introduction? Well, I would just say that I am no celebrity, first of all, because I keep getting some comments. Oh, big fan from this place, big fan from that place, and I feel very very awkward because I am just like you all. I have been a consumer of content. I am still a consumer of content on the space like you all. So, in terms of relatability, I am just you. If want to have a good conversation on the community, if you like watching trailer reactions, if you like watching reviews, and if you think that I'm adding value and to your viewing, then yes, you can come to the channel and subscribe, and we're going to have a gala time.
Ashmita, there is a huge similarity between two of us. And it's not
Really?
that, yes, it's not the Mumbai or Delhi part. It's the
Okay.
favorite actor that we share. We both love Fahad Fasil.
Yes.
Yes. He's my favorite actor as well. And I saw
Oh my god.
one of your reaction videos where you were reacting recently on his birthday, where you were reacting to
His
his
birthday
performance.
bash.
Yes. And in that,
Hmm.
you told that, he's your favorite actor. And for me, if people here on the channel, they know I have a little biasness towards Fahad Fasil and, that sweeter, soft corner for him. Uh, because most of the videos I have talked about him one way or the other. Either
Hmm.
it's his films, or if it's not his films, I tend to compare those films or performances with Fahad, because he has set such a
Okay.
benchmark now in Malayalam cinema and Indian cinema in general. Just
Yeah.
last week, I did Tondili, Thondi Mudalam Driksakshiyam ka
Oh,
video essay I did, and I went gaga over his performance in that. When since he's both our mutual favorite, so let me just talk to you about him now for a couple of
oh,
minutes, because I can
yes.
I can talk for eternity about him. So when did you first discover him?
I actually discovered him when I did not recognize him at that point of time because I was still working at that time, and I watched Super Deluxe. So that
Okay.
was the Tamil film, and Fahad was part of the ensemble cast. But I didn't know who he was at that point of time. When I started the channel, the first film of his that I watched was Trance, because that was highly, highly recommended to me, and it had come out that year
Yeah.
itself. So, and that is the video which, Fahad has a very important role to play in my channel, because that is the video that got traction uh, from the Malayalam audience. And that sort of got me my initial boost of subscribers. And when I watched Trans, I was like, how come I never knew about this guy? He's far better than so many actors that I've watched in recent times. This guy is insane. And then slowly, slowly, slowly started discovering more about him. I think the next one that I watched was Kumbalangi Nights. And then I could just see the range. And then I realized that, okay, I have watched him, and he's the same guy that I watched in Super Deluxe. That's then it was like no going back. He just became my favorite actor overnight.
So this
Overnight.
was last year.
He's so natural.
This was last year, right?
This was last year. Yes, 2020.
So for me also, the story is very similar, because until this year, I also had no idea about who Fahad Fasil is. And then when I started this whole thing, somebody asked me to watch a couple of Malayalam films क्योंकि इससे पहले before 2021 I had not seen a single Malayalam film. Okay.
Okay.
And a couple of friends of mine who are also cinephiles, they asked me, please give it a go and you will not regret it. You will thank me later. I said,
Right.
okay. So the first movie that they recommended me was The Great Indian Kitchen because
Okay.
it's not a dialogue heavy film. So it's an easy transition for somebody who has not seen a Malayalam film so far and then, to start it off.
I'm surprised nobody said Bangalore Days because usually that's the first film they suggest.
No, I mean, at that time, Great Indian Kitchen had just come out and it was making the right sort of noise in the
Right.
industry. So
Correct.
it started with that, and then just a week later or something, Joji came, and
Right.
Joji was my introduction to Fahad Fasil and
Okay. Okay.
a lot of other prominent people like Dilish Potan and Sham Pushkaran and all these
Right.
people. So once I saw these two films, I think that's when I decided, okay, if I am starting this cinema YouTube channel, I have to start with these films, talking about these films because they blew my mind in a way that I never expected them to, work their magic in such a way that I'll be starting my cinema series with that. So
Right.
Great Indian Kitchen and Joji were the first two videos. At the beginning, it didn't really give a lot of traction. It didn't really get a lot of traction. I think it got around 500, 600 views in the first couple of
Okay.
days. But later on, it picked up gradually. Uh, now I think it's on 5,000, 6,000 or something. But at
That's
that time,
great.
the channel was new. And as you said, how Fahad gave you that initial push and you got the basic subscriber base. Same
Right.
way, same happened with me because I eventually started doing more Malayalam cinema on the channel. So the audience base also started coming more from Kerala.
Right.
And then, like that big push came when I did, I think, Kurudi. Kurudi went, I think it crossed 50,000. And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
I don't even have 3,000 subscribers and this is going to 50,000 views. So I was like, okay, maybe, this is the magic of YouTube algorithm and sometimes you just get lucky.
Correct.
And I'm telling you, Ashmita, whenever now, since then, whenever I do any non-Malayalam stuff, be it Bollywood or be it even Tamil, I hardly get views because people
That'll, I
are,
think, eventually happen. That'll eventually happen because when I also started, I my idea was that I'll react and review a couple of regional films. It's going to be mostly Bollywood and Western films. So if my very first review is Gulabo Sitabo because it had just released at that point of time. That's my very first review video. And then there was a Netflix release, and this was so random because it was a Malayalam film and Forensic, Tovino's Forensic. And it had just dropped on Netflix. I said, you know what? Yeah, Gulabo Sitako I've watched. I want to watch this movie also because it's just coming on my recommended page. And that's when and Forensic, I loved it. A lot of Malayalam audience, they say it's a very average film, but I honestly loved it. Because I think it's made for OTT. It's very, very enjoyable in OTT. So that's how slowly I started, getting recommendation. Okay, watch this movie also. Watch this movie also. And there was another Malayalam release that was the first after lockdown, the first OTT Malayalam release that was Sufiyam Sujatayam. So that video, because it was a latest release, that got me a couple of more views, and then Trans was suggested, and then there is no looking back. I am so happy to find so much great content from Malayalam film industry. Even Tamil, I think I've started watching more regional content than Bollywood or Hollywood content now. Be it Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, even Bengali also now have started watching. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch regional stuff actually.
yeah, I mean, when I discovered Fahad, and then for me also, there was no looking back because just in a week's time or so, I ended up watching most of his films in
Oh,
Super Deluxe, and he also did this Tamil film Vellai Karan before that. in
Okay.
2017 with Shiva Karthikeyan. I watched that, and then most of his Malayalam films, and I was like, man, if Irfan was alive today, how proud he would be of Fahad, because he went to US, quit acting, and then he came back.
Correct.
Irfan was the reason behind that, because he watched one of his films, and which one was that? I'm forgetting the name.
Wait.
uh,
You forgot. You know, I'd watched Fahad's story in that social YouTube channel. That was a really nice video.
yeah. And when Irfan died, he also penned a letter for that, and in that he said how Irfan has played such a huge role in inspiring him to take up acting again. Uh,
Oh, imagine them on screen together if
oh
Irfan Khan
man.
was alive.
And
Oh man.
but do you know?
I think.
Do you, do you know? Do you know Fahad has already rejected a film offer from Vishal Bhardwaj?
Yes.
He has, because and I respect him for that, because he said I cannot take up a Hindi film until I start thinking in that language. Forget about speaking that, just blabbering that language. Forget about that. I have to first think in that language, then only I can take it up.
That's amazing.
I mean, you need guts to say no and turn down a Vishal Bhardwaj film.
Oh
And this
man.
guy,
But
so
that also shows very much clarity of thought. Like he
yeah,
knows what he wants. That's amazing.
yeah, and so that was going to be my next question now with you. What do you think Fahad Fasil has it in him that really separates him from other people? And I'm not just saying Malayalam cinema. I'm just saying all over, even Indian cinema. And since he's both of our favorite, there must be something that you would have seen in him that really separates him from the rest of people. And he has sort of created his own league now. So what is
Right.
that one little trait or multiple traits that you think nobody else has?
Oh, I think firstly, like I said, number one is like his story is really inspirational for me, because that's when I know that this guy has a lot of clarity of thought, because his first movie bombed completely. And then, he took a very, very long gap. And then when he came back, and I think he realized that very early on what failure looks like, what I feel, because he's Fasil's son and he's such a revered person in the industry, in the Malayalam film industry. So for his son to not, do well, I'm pretty sure, I mean, that complex is always there. I mean, so that's one thing, clarity of thought. And I think it's his eyes for me. If I have to talk about a trait, it has to be his eyes. I don't know what is it about him. He can just stare, say nothing, stare onto the camera, and it's gonna speak like a million words and a million emotions, I feel. So for me, I think the best trait is the eyes,
Yeah,
both
and
of them.
I when I was doing that Tondi Muslim Saksham video essay, I said a line in that. It was something like, that scene where he's snatching the necklace. So he's sitting like this, and when
Right.
his eyes just roll around. So I said, in that one frame, his eyes expressed more than every nepotism kit put together in Bollywood, because it is, as you said, and there is a film companion video also on that, right, about his expressive eyes, if I'm not wrong. um,
I think so. I
because I remember seeing
how
that.
far talks with his eyes. I think that is the
Yeah,
video.
something like that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because, and I've noticed this thing as well. There's in most of his film there is that mirror scene where he's talking to himself in the mirror, and there also his eyes do a lot of stuff. Just like in Kumbalangi Nights, how he says the complete man. So
Correct,
so that
correct.
even in trance,
That's there in Trance also. I don't know if I think you've watched Trance,
of
where
course,
he's sort of motivating himself in front of the mirror. Oh my
yeah. And
God.
when you do like
So
that,
clapping. My
so
goodness.
yeah.
Goosebumps, man. I'm thinking about those scenes and I'm getting
And
goosebumps.
I don't understand why Trance didn't really work at the box office, because it is probably one of those films which eventually get a cult following. Like there's a lot of
Right,
examples of such films. Like Tamasha didn't do well initially when it came, but now it has a
right,
cult following. So maybe Trance
correct.
was one of that. But I always feel that I wish so there are a certain few Malayalam films which I wish I would have seen in theaters, and we didn't
Right.
get a chance. Trance is of course one of them. Uh,
France is definitely one of them.
and then recently, like especially Lijo Jose, his
Those
films like
Pellicerri. Oh, truly, I would have loved to watch it in the theaters.
yeah, Churuli,
But
even
okay.
Jallikattu. Yeah, even Jallikattu.
Alikattu also I watched on my laptop only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Lijo Joe's Pelliceri's movies are very visually appealing. And I recently watched his Imayao, not Imayo, Imayao. Oh my God,
Oh,
that movie is, I mean, oh my God, I want
and
to watch it again. It's so good.
and Ashmita, I mean, just talking about these pronunciations, the moment you get it wrong, and people, they get on the top of you, into your head in the comment section. I mean, I have listened so much of comments just how to say Suraj Venjaramudu. It's not Suraj, it's Suraj. Uh,
Suraj, not Venjara also. It's Venyara mode.
Venyara,
Suraj
yes.
Venyara. So
And
the NK, yeah. So it's yeah. ZH is I have been taught also. So I always used to give this disclaimer initially that I'm really sorry if I'm like butchering the name, but slowly, slowly, because when you're watching their films regularly and listening to all the comments and sorry, not listening, reading all the comments, so and people have sent me voice notes also, like
wow.
this is how it is. Yeah, initially they used to send me voice note, okay, this is how it is pronounced. I was like, wow, so sweet. So
Yes.
now I got the hang of it.
Yeah, and I remember even when we were doing a video in which somebody said, not me, a friend of mine said Android Kunjapam. So that is again Kunyapam. So J is again silent, I think. That way. But with time we'll probably learn. And as I asked you the question, what really separates Fahad? For me, I think the way he surrenders to the art, because his commitment and his honesty is so much visible on screen. Because it seems like he's only interested in the art, in acting, and nothing else. He's so
Correct.
much invested into the character. Just think, Ashmita, if a proper A-lister here in Bollywood of the class of Fahad would have existed here, can you imagine him not giving a damn about his hair? He would have definitely got a hair transplant by now. But this guy,
Ah.
but this guy, he doesn't really care. He's like only
Correct.
interested
But
in
I don't think
acting.
the industry also over there cares. If you just see in terms of even the female actors, they really don't bother wearing, like putting on makeup and stuff like that, which I love. And I think that's what brings so much authenticity to their storytelling and how it visually looks. And
Yeah,
for Fahad, I feel I never, even if he's looking the same, I think I don't know in which review I have said, but I've said that even if he has the exact same outfits, but he's playing two different characters, I'm going to believe it
yeah.
because that's how he's going to act. I forget that it is Fahad acting.
I think it's the culture of that industry, as you said. It's like they don't even Shobin for that matter. He
Right.
also doesn't really have those heroic looks, but he does all these mainstream films as lead.
Absolutely.
So it's like they it's a way of telling, okay, we are what we are. You write and make stories for us, for this.
Correct.
You write characters for us. You don't,
Correct.
we don't have to change ourselves just so that you can write better stories only. Then it's not the case. uh,
True.
and that's such a slap in the face for Bollywood. I mean, where people are so full of all this shosha and
Visual.
yeah, that. Uh,